this is Tristan Dodson here, back at it again, and we have a matchup between the Fire Angels in the purple and blue and the Coastal Rex in the white and green and blue trim. It's another women's division game of today, the second game of this evening, and I was mistaken, there's a few more after this as well, so my apologies. I'm doing two of them, but someone else will be here doing I believe it's the Whalers versus the Rock for the men's Div 3-4 of it. Matchup, and then as well as that, it was, I couldn't remember the second one actually, there was some other one as well, I think. Battle for the ball. Shot just wide. Pass back down low off a foot. Sharon picks it up, the captain of the Rex. Down low. Shot glove down. This will be a good matchup here, or at least it usually is. I mean, to me, it's never a bad matchup. I always enjoy the games. That's offside as entering the zone on the middle before, or rather the far side before the ball carrier was one of the Fire Angels players, so it's off at the line. Face off will pop just outside the Fire Angel, rather the Rex zone. Thank you everybody for tuning in, we appreciate it. The last game was a tie of 1-1 between the game between the Busters and the Renegades. They both get a point on the roster here. I thought they had overtime in women's division as well. Looks like I was mistaken. Guess that's just a men's division thing. I guess the GMs for the women's side did not agree with that one for their division here. Now brought in. Oh look. Here the Fire Angels try to clear it out. They can. It's in some feet. Good pressure by 23 here. They got to pull up my roster. Two great plays. In her feet. Fought for. Fire Angels try to clear it out. They can't. Now it'll come out center. And picked up by the Rex. They bring it right back in. Now right back out as number 20, Chersnick shoots it down. And icing's waved off now. The Rex come and take a look. Great pass up the middle. Here's Golly. Golly couldn't quite get there. Up in the air. Chip down. Here on the Coastal Rex, 2-on-1. Backhand shot just wide. Pass across. Number 2, that's McGregor. Chipped up in the air. Domey plays it down low. Good chip in the, keep it in the zone in the opponent's territory by Frody there. Battle for the ball. McGregor picks it up. Jada McGregor passes it down. There is Rochelle. Rochelle tries to get it, but it's given away. Here come the Fire Angels the other way. Slusar. Slusar battling for the ball, but in offensive territory, but it's picked off her stick. It's a play up. In the middle, kept in the zone. Chip down. Hergert hustling after it. There's Domey battling with Hergert. Hergert will get the ball and pick that up. She'll take a look, pass to the middle in some feet. Another try to pass to the middle. Now it's at the wall, it's kept in. Number 23, Teed. Teed spins it down low. 25 is there on the far side. That's Flett. Flett passes it down low to Teed again. Here's Teed. Teed backhand pass under pressure. Now comes out, but McCulloch will get the ball. Shelly McCulloch makes a play. Domey will be there and make another play on the just inside their zone. It's back and forth in neutral territory this far. 12, just under 13 minutes left in this game, in this first period rather. Great control by the Rex. Number 55 there. Who's 55? She's doing a couple great plays there. Lanthier. Now Now here's McGregor. McGregor tries to get it back to Lanthier. She can't, but she still battles for it. McCulloch tries to get the ball. She can't. Now she'll get it, but Sharon will get it out of harm's way, or Sharoon rather. Here's a battle for the ball. It's picked up. 23 pass in front to Sharoon and a whack at it. Another chance, another whack. Off the stick of Russell. Laying down another chance, blocked. Oh my God, they couldn't buy a goal if they wanted to. That was so unfortunate. Russell was down and out, but then she puts her arm up. I think she gets a piece of the paddle on that. Makes a huge save on Sharoon. What it looked like. Either that or she misses high. But I think that was going in. It looked like it changed directions after the middle there, by the middle of the net. So I think Russell got her stick up and made a huge save. It's kind of hard to tell because it was kind of players in front. It was kind of to the behind the back of her, of the goalie there, and not near my direction, but I still saw the play, but not the exact thing possibly. It was 44, backhand shot, just high and wide. Here's Sharoon, but she can't pick up the ball. Up in the air. Coastal Rex try to keep it in. Fire Angels cleared the zone. Pass across. Pass up the wall. Another pass up the middle, looking for Sharoon. Sent all the way down. That'll be icing against the Busters. Captain there had a good luck, but couldn't quite get a stick on it, so it'll be icing. Face-off will go deep in the rec zone. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. Some Women's Division VIVHL action here tonight, Thursday evening at Eagle Ridge Community Center. Score still 0-0. No one's found Twine yet. No one plopped it in the cage just yet. We'll see if that can happen, and if it does, who will score first? We don't know yet. We'll see. It's looking like the Rex might get the first one here from the opportunities they had, but Russell's made some huge saves, so you never know. Her team, a big save from Russell could lead to some great offense for her team. For Fire Angels. Number 2, Ludon. Ludon down low. Up in the air, it'll hit the netting and pop out of play. Completely out of the arena there. Just under 11 and a half minutes left in the first of 2 periods here. Score notched at 0. Nobody has found the back of the net thus far. Off the draw, the Coastal Rex win it clean. Number 5, pass to number 2 there. That was Hergert to Ludon. Ludon pass across, back to Ludon. Ludon takes a look, shoots, hits her own player. That hit number 44, Polkey. Well, looks like she's St. Martial, I believe. My apologies. They have 3 44s in their roster. Interesting. Here's 22. 22 is Teed. Teed passes it up. That gets it to Ludon. Ludon will pass it back looking for Teed. Teed will gain the zone, chip it up. That'll pop up, roll across the top of that high glass and fall in the one tiny hole in the netting where we can't get the balls. So that is unfortunate. That was what are the chances of that happening? Rolling through like literally the width of the ball in the hole in the netting at that corner, and it falls through. That one's going to be stuck there for possibly ever. Off the draw, Fire Angels win it, up in the air. Knocked down. Would have been a hand pass, but one of the Rex players touches it before that happens, so it's waved off. Now it's icing. Going against the Fire Angels here. Face-off will be deep in their zone after that happens there. Freddie Tomei tries to play the ball to Glenn there, the linesman, but it goes over his head. He can't grab it. To Rex control. They win the draw. Shot by Tomei. Toe save Russell on a cross-seam shot. Kind of looking one way, it went all the way the other way as Russell was sliding across, but she will get a toe out and play it down. Now Domey played down low. That's for McGregor. McGregor can't get it though. It's pass off behind the net, behind her own net, interrupted, but then picked back up by the Fire Angels. Pass up the middle. Feed that to number 88, Sinclair. Now the Coastal Rex get it back. Herlinger will make a play. Oh, sorry, that's Robinson, number 3, Robinson. This is for the Fire Angels. Sent all the way down and icing against the Fire Angels once again. Face off deep in their zone for another time. Fire Angels' passes haven't been quite connecting here. They've had some good chances to bring up some offense, but instead of making the easy plays, they've been trying to make really long stretch passes, and it's not been working out. It's either been intercepted rather, or just missed completely on that chance. If I was their coach, I would tell them to make the simple plays, just do the simple hockey here this far. They got to kind of switch it up here, stop trying to make those hard passes, make the easier ones, as the Rex have a lot of players that have a lot of gas in the tank there. Ball takes a crazy bounce. Russell will glove it down. Robinson's there in support trying to help out her goalie, but bounces really high there. Sinclair will take that draw. Coastal Rex win it. Flett. Pass to Levin. Shot. Pad save by Russell. For 11 is Lawson. Battle for the ball in the high glass here. The Fire Angels come up with it, but then they give it away. Lanthier takes a look. Leo Lanthier tries a toe drag and shoot, but she fans on a shot. Save by Russell on a point-blank chance for number 44. 44 is, I'm not sure. They have two 44s on the roster as well. I think that's Alyssa. Doesn't have her last name, just P. Alyssa P. Hopefully that's the correct. So I believe Sinclair is playing for the Fire Angels. I think a lot of these players play on multiple teams. Here's Lawson. Lawson looks. Sharoon. Shot high. Pass down low. Lawson will get it. Here's Lawson making a play to Sharoon. Sharoon controls. To 23. Battle for the ball. 23 is Constable. Fought for the ball. There's Constable. Nicole Constable takes a look. Tries a pass, but it's blocked by the defender there for the Fire Angels. Constable makes a great play. Uses her butt there as a shield. Pass looking for Alyssa P, but couldn't get it to her. 11, Lawson. Lawson controls. Got to lift at her stick and get out of her, picked her pocket there was number 27 of the Fire Angels. That is Clack. A shot off the glass. Rebound, another shot. Blocker save by Russell. A shot from far out. Goes wide. 44 picks that up. To Lawson. Lawson controls, spins around. 44 shot. Pad save by Russell. Pass off the wall, kept in. Then some feet. Trying to feed 23. Shot wide. I have two 23s here. Someone was a different team's jersey 23. I'm not sure who that is, so I apologize for that. 23 with the whiter jersey there is Constable. 23 with the old VIVHL Women's All-Star Team jerseys. I don't know who that is. I'll try to figure that out. Don't think I know her, so I don't think I will be able to figure that out. I'm looking at her now. I don't believe I know. So sorry about that. And here we are. Face off deep in the Fire Angels zone. Russell takes her helmet off, tries to fix her blocker there as well. Get some water. Face off. It's won defensively by the Fire Angels. Picking her pocket is number 23 here. 23 controls with that blue helmet there, spins it around to Larson. Larson controls. Larson still controls, slows it down. To Domey. Domey shot ramps off the stick of the defender up in the air. Stays in play though. 23 with the blue helmet here takes a look. Trying to look for a tip in front maybe for Larson, but it's out of her reach. She'll get back off the rebound though. Take a look. Soft shot. Bounces in front. And jumped on by Russell. And nobody's found the back of the net yet in this game. It's been a very even game defensively and goaltending. Defensemen and goalies rather have been locked in both sides, especially Russell and for the Fire Angels because they've pretty much had all the shots against here so far. Fire Angels try to clear it. They can't. Here's Larson making a play on the wall. Larson chips it to herself. Pass through the crease. Good look. Battle for the ball. Chipped up in the air. It's all the way down. Icing waved off. 17's there to pick it up. Here's number 17 taking a look. 17 chips it up to Larson. Larson's pass kind of fanned on it. She couldn't quite get it through. Clearing attempt kept in off the glove of Larson. Now Larson shoots it at Russell. From the middle, she'll go off for a change. It's a great play behind the net. D to D. Great play by the Fire Angels player, number 2 there. With a little toe drag and backhand forehand, or the forehand backhand. Slides it past the forechecker. Pass up. Number 2 would be Ludon. Now here come the Fire Angels with some pressure, after some serious pressure from the Rex. Pass across, blocked. Here come the Rex the other way though. See if they can get possession. They chip it up. Goes through. Number 20 tries to make a play on the ball, but ends up putting it right in front of Russell. Almost gets a goal against herself, but I see her apologize right away, and Russell's okay. Russell's shoe falls off. Just to take her whole pad off as the shoe falls off her foot there. So we'll have a stoppage of play here while she fixes her gear. Might take a while, folks, as the shoe completely unties and falls off, so we'll be back at you shortly. Don't go yet, though. Lots of action to be had in a few seconds here. Her shoe fell off. Her shoe fell right off. Okay, we're back at you here. Off the draw. Controlled. Domey pass across to her teammate up in the air. And some feet. Look, a shot. Rebound for 77 there. It's Monroe with a great chance, but Russell with a greater save. The Fire Angels can't clear their own zone here. A shot and they score. That was going to happen sooner or later as Russell tries to make a bit of a awkward play, standing up, trying to push the top of her crease, scoring that goal, number 55 for the Coastal Rex. Who is that? Leah Lanthier with the goal here. It is 1-0 in favor of the Rex against the Fire Angels. And I was just fixing the scoreboard here, and here we go. I believe the draw was won by the Fire Angels there. Now it's chipped down. Icing waved off as it hits a stick. Hustling after that. Constable gets taken down. Delayed penalty. Don't touch it yet. They still haven't touched it. And now it's blown dead. Number 20 goes off for a trip. Constable was running for the ball. Bit of a sloppy stick check there by Terswick, and it gets right in between the feet of Constable. She's driving to a chance there, and she gets taken down. Pretty easy call for Arnold there. And will be a napper power play for the Coastal Rex here, as they lead 1-0. Constable takes the draw. She wins it to the middle. Here's Lawson. Lawson shoots just high. Rebound off the high glass. Through her feet there, though. It's kept in here. Number 5, great play under pressure. Lawson. Shot, tip just wide. Clearing attempt kept in again. The weak clearing attempts. Tip in front of the net by Constable. Just lost loose. Rebound. Backhand shot. High and wide. The chances they've had. Another look, pass to the middle. Lawson makes a great play to Sharoon. Sharoon, the captain, between the feet, looking for Sharoon again, as her teammate thought she was driving the net. A shot, rebound, gets her own rebound with Sharoon. Fought for, battle for, rebound, another shot. Pad saved by Russell. 2 there on 2 point-blank stops. Here's Sharoon again. Sharoon shoots, hits the post. Unreal. What a sequence of play this has been. This power play for the Coastal Rex has done everything right, but they can't find the back of the net. Sharoon again a look, clearing attempts, and it'll finally clear the zone. We'll have a couple of changes on some long shifts. The captain, Sharoon, will go off, as well as 44. 44, who's that again? Sinclair, I believe. I don't know who this is. They have a lot of these teams here have multiple. Not a great play. A look, a shot on the power play just high. Here's Constable. Constable takes a look. Passes the blue helmet in front. Shot goes wide on a empty. Half of the net there was empty, and she couldn't find the twine. Unlucky. Russell did get back pretty quick, though, too. Sent all the way down as they kill some more time. 15 seconds left in this power play for the Rex, and they give it away. Short-handed chance. Shot blocked. This power play, 8 seconds left. Here's Larson. Larson chips it down to herself, hustling after that. Up in the air. Even strength 5-on-5 here. Terswick out of the box for the trip. McCulloch will try to make a play. She gets her stick lifted by Golly at the perfect time, but then McCulloch lifts Golly's stick to get her back there. Great play. Here's Domey. Domey trying to look for a pass across, but it's intercepted. Shooting that down before center. Bit of a not a very smart play there in the middle, but I guess she didn't see anybody with her, so she just tries to chip it down. But you might want to make center before you do that. Fortunately, they couldn't. So they ice it, though, right back where they were. This time, at least, it's even strength 5-on-5. So at least they don't have a disadvantage here in their own zone this time. Golly will take the draw against. Golly wins it clean, goes to the net. Russell will just hold on to it. .55, Lanthier scores that goal earlier, so we have the DJ Dustin getting us up to speed here. Pass to Domey. Domey takes a look. She tries to bring it in and rolls off her stick, but she maintains possession. Great pass down low. Larson with Golly on the net. Shot, rebound, another chance, they score! 2-0 for the Rex here. And just like that, the Coastal Rex double their lead. Just under a minute and a half left in this first of 2 periods. It looks as though the Coastal Rex are going to be going to the second and final frame leading by 2. Unless the Fire Angels can get a quick one late. Never know. About a minute and 18 seconds to be exact on the clock left. It could happen. I'm not going to count on it, but I could see it happening. It definitely is a possibility. A very small percent chance, but it could happen. Controlling this are the Fire Angels. D to D. Picking up Ludon. Pass across. Avery Ludon gets it down. It's in some feet. Hustling after that, Domé. This is final minute of play in the first period. Sponsored by Napper. Thanks to them. They have some of the best gear in ball hockey. Here's Golly. Golly plays it off the wall. Back to Golly in her feet. The rebound gets a shot with 40 seconds. And Russell makes a glove save. That little windmill there. Assert her dominance. That was hilarious. Ball rolls to her glove and she makes a hilarious little move there. There's a couple windmills. I like that. That was shows some character. Showing who's boss in front of the net. Off the draw. Domé pass across from the draw win from 55. Who's 55 again? Oh yeah, Lanthier, right? I knew that. Battle for possession. 27 seconds remaining. 25. The Fire Angels can't clear their zone. Now they finally do. I mean, they don't have possession though. 15 seconds left. Shot on the goal. Domé will pick that up. Here's Domé taking a look. She'll pass that up. Domé gets that to number 2, McGregor. Jada McGregor controls. Loses possession. 4 seconds left in the first frame. Chipped down off a leg. Icing waved off. And at the horn of the first period, that'll do it. The Coastal Rex will lead 2-0 thus far. We'll be back at you shortly with the second and final period. Thank everybody for tuning in. We appreciate you, and we'll see if the Fire Angels will come back in the second with a vengeance and tie it up. You never know. I would like that to happen. We'll be back shortly. Hello everyone, Tristan Dodson here once again, and here we are back at you with the second and final period of the second game of this evening in the VIBHL. It's a women's division matchup, which you see on the screen here. The teams, a matchup between the Fire Angels in the purple and blue, and the Coastal Rex with the white and jerseys with the blue and green trim. Off the draw, face off center court. It's won cleanly. Pass down low. Crowd in a shot, saved by Russell. Score 2-0 in favor of the Coastal Rex against the Fire Angels. We'll see if the Fire Angels can lock in here and get this game at least within a goal here. I could see it happening. I mean, the first period, I'll be honest, was a bit rough for the Fire Angels there. But we'll see if they can get it back. Here's Domé. Domé's shot just wide. Hits the board, takes a weird bounce. Spun around. Fire Angels control their own zone. They give it away though. 77 in front. A shot to Lanthier on the line, and it's covered. It was a great look there by Glenn. He sees the ball rolling, doesn't whistle it dead yet. At the first save, the initial save, I saw it as well. It was off the glove, then it was just laying in the crease. Nobody could find it, and then rolls by the stick near the line. And doesn't go in, but boy, was there a chance to pop that home for the Rex, but nobody could find it. Face-off draw. Lanthier will take that draw offensively, and she'll win it. Domey will pick that up. Domey shoots. That's wide. Rebound popped off the boards there. McGregor makes a play. McGregor takes a look. Pass to Lanthier. Lanthier's pass blocked. Here's Domey. Domey gets her pocket picked. Here's a chance, a possible breakaway. But they get back. Domey makes a great play with her stick as well to hustle back. And even though she gets beat once. She won't get beat a second time. She'll lock in. Now the Fire Angels give it away. I'll look for a shot blocked and chipped out of harm's way. Battle for the ball. Coastal Rex control. It's number 77, Rochelle. He drives the far side there, makes a great play. Now she goes off for a change, but she had a great shift there. Pass center, chipped in. Here's Cami Lawson. Lawson controls. Lawson to Sharoon. Here's Sharoon, picks a look. Makes a play off the boards, but she can't get it past the defender there. Now she will. Battle for possession. Sharoon can't get it though. Constable will help out Sharoon though. Kept in at the line there by Teed. Teed fakes a shot and now plays it down. Here's Fisher. Fisher shot blocked. Constable gets in her feet. Sharoon's there in support. Sent down, and it will come out. Have to check up onside. Giveaway. Forehand, backhand, toe save, rebound, they score. Kirsten Sharoon with the goal, and they lead 3-0 now. Unfortunate look for the Fire Angels. I mean, their defense slowed down. I mean, you can't really win a game if you kind of let the ball go past you and stare at it. And totally, that one I don't like to criticize, but this is constructive criticism. That you gotta bail out your goalie in that situation. You can't just watch the ball roll past you and not make a play. Your goalie's can't save everything. And that one was a bit of a bad play. But if I give some criticism, maybe they'll watch this and clean up their play a bit. You never know. Not to be dissing them, just to give some advice and some feet. Tripped on the net, Russell will play it down. Sent down. Fire Angels control. They want to make a play out, but it's off a stick and kept in the middle. Neutral territory. They gain the zone now. Shot. Wide. Another look, a shot. And some feet. Pad save. Clearing attempt. Kept in. Here's Larson. Riley Larson spun behind the opponent's net. Looking for Constable. Constable gets a pass to the middle. Oh look, a shot. Shoulder saved by Russell. Here's Larson. Larson under some pressure. She gives it away, but Lawson keeps it in. Lawson tries to play it down low for 44 Sinclair. Sinclair will get it down low to Constable. Sinclair's open. Constable tries to pass to Sinclair, but it's blocked. Now here's McCulloch. Shelly McCulloch takes a look. McCulloch tries a clearing attempt. It's kept in there by Larson. Battle for the ball. And some feet. Here's Golly. Golly. Pass across. Larson. Shot. Big save by Russell with the toe. Unreal. Falling down from her back. Gets a toe on it. Here's Golly. Here's Golly controls. Chris Golly takes a look. Pass across. Had 23 at the blue helmet. They're driving the net. Now given in front, Larson kicks it to her stick, but then it kicked it too hard there. It goes past her. Kept in at the line by Lawson. Cami Lawson tries to play it down low to Golly, but it's blocked by Fire Angels player. That was number 44. Chip down low. Lawson controls. Lawson plays it behind her own net to her teammate there. 23 with the blue helmet on the wall. Two 23s in this game is a bit confusing. Different jerseys, close enough colors, so kind of confuses me sometimes. The whiter jersey is Nicole Constable. The other 23, I have no idea who that is, but they're wearing a blue helmet, so that's how I decipher it. At least that's there to help me out. Here's Golly, Chris Golly. Pass across. Lanthier's shot is wide. on a good 1-2 little snapshot. The Fire Angels can't clear the zone, as they are just being hounded and peppered with shots, just relentless forechecking pressure by the Coastal Rex. The Fire Angels are... Sharoon's shot hits his toe in front. Oh look, shot up in the air. Now they try to clear, they see if they can. Kept in. Oh look, a shot blocked by the glove of number 3 of the Fire Angels. Chip play up. Domay try to keep in and gets past her though, it'll be icing. Icing's waved off rather, my apologies. The linesman will say they could have got there. Pass up. Here's Domay. Domay makes a play to the ball behind her own net, plays it up. Given away though, Fire Angels player drives the middle. Now look, a shot off the post. Good chance for I think that's Wilhelm. Pass in front. My phone's down off the roster anymore. That's unfortunate. Hopefully I can remember most of the names when a few of them have the names on the back of their jersey as well. Here's Teed. Teed kind of slammed Sharoon there. A bit of a, I would have called a penalty. Shot hits the post on an empty net. As Leah Lanthier had a chance. The net is completely empty, but she hits the post. And Constable, her teammates chirping her. That was not ideal for the Coastal Rex. I mean, they're already up 3, so it doesn't really matter that much, I guess. But still, I mean, if the Fire Angels get 3 back, she's going to feel real bad that she couldn't bury that last one. Here's a pass up, but by the Fire Angels just inside the neutral zone, but it's given away. Now here come the Fire Angels. Here's Fisher. Fisher takes a shot off a stick, kept in just high of the zone. 27 controls. 27 takes it's a bank pass. Constable will pick that up. I think that was on purpose, trying to bank it off the boards to her teammate crashing the side. Now pass across. Here's Sinclair. Sinclair watched closely by Ludon. Ludon picks her pocket, but Golly's there in support to help out her teammate in the middle. Chipped in, past center. Try to play it out where the Fire Angels, they can't. Here's Teed. Teed controls. Spun it behind looking for her teammate, but it's given away. Here's Larson. Larson's shot rolls off her stick as she shoots that. I think that would have been a goal, but fortunately for her, the ball kind of bounces and rolls. Here's Larson again, a shot off the jersey, I think, near the shoulder of Russell. I don't think she meant to save that, or like she did mean to save that, but she wasn't in the position to save it. I think it kind of just grazes her. Given away right in the middle. Look, shot, point blank save, Russell, unreal. She's keeping her team in it, that's for sure. Holy smokes. Off the wall, kept in. Domay will hustle after. Domay keeps it in. Frody Domay takes a shot. Blocked, but she keeps in again. Domay with a couple great chances. Now here's Constable to Larson. Back to Constable, but it's just out of her reach, out of the air. Little sauce pass through. Here's Constable looking for Larson again. Can't quite get it to her. Here's St. Martial. Controls, tries to clear it. Can't. Constable's hard on the wall there. Constable still with possession, controlling. Russell's watching the ball like a hawk, trying to get in position. Pass up. Martial shot. Stick save. Russell. Rebound. Another chance for, and it goes in. They score. I don't know what. I don't know who they think Russell is. They think she's like Jesus Christ reincarnated or something. She's like God as a goalie, because they're kind of letting her, just leaving her all alone. And she's making a lot of saves, but there's only so many saves you can make in that situation. With all that gear on, it gets warm. Herb on the other end is just been pretty much being meditating, laying down, or not laying down, but in the butterfly position pretty much the whole time, with barely any shots on her yet this far. This game has been a bit out of match, at least this game, or at least this time. I think the Fire Angels are usually a pretty good team, but they're letting it get away from them this time. Sent all the way down past center, so that's icing. Face-off will go deep in the Coastal Rec zone, so Herb will have to actually do something for a bit. I'm kidding, Herb does a lot of stuff, but this game she's not been having to do much. Kind of just been sitting there. We have a timeout called for the Fire Angels, I believe. So we'll go for a break. With just over 8 minutes left, Coastal Rex lead 4-0. And yeah, so be back in about 30 seconds with that with play commencing after that timeout from the Fire Angels. I have to get this, it's funny. Jess Herb's laying down in the crease. I just had to move the camera there, it's hilarious. She's just totally chill, zen, just meditating. And timeout is over, so play will commence in momentarily. Score 4-0 in favor of the Coastal Rex versus the Victoria Fire Angels. Face off, Coastal Rex win and clean their own zone. So chance up in the air, sent all the way down off a stick. Kind of a weird bounce. Lanthier will hustle after, though she'll beat McCulloch. But McCulloch will get her stick on it, make a great play. Calm that down and get it out of the middle of the lane. Good active stick defensively by Shelley there. Pass across, blocked. 23 with the blue helmet, the Lanthier shot, and she scores. It's now 5-0 for the Rex. Just under 8 minutes remaining in this game. And the Coastal Rex are absolutely dominating here. Fire Angels are just having an off night, I think. We'll see if they can get at least one here on the board. You never know, they might be able to lock in a bit here later in the game and get a couple on the sheet here. We'll see. Number 5 chipped up. 23 with the blue helmet. In her feet, she blocks a pass up. Here's Ludon. Ludon played their teammate 88 here. 88 chips it to herself, but she can't get it. Pass 5 on the wall, pardon me. Got the hiccups here. Here's Sharoon. Sharoon keeps it at center. Pass across, looking for Lanthier. Possession. Lanthier controls still after Ludon tries to pick her pocket, but she spins off it. Fought for. Sharoon to 5, trying to go back to Lanthier. Lanthier controls, kind of rolls past her stick though. Now they clear it down, but it's kept in by Lawson. Cami Lawson controls to Lanthier. Leah Lanthier takes a look, but the ball was hopped over her stick, so it's picked up by 3 of the Fire Angels. Fire Angels try to clear it, they can't. Lanthier will chip it down and go off for a change. Here's Sharoon. Sharoon tries to feed it down behind the net, but interesting is Avery Ludon, the defender of the Fire Angels. For defense, she's been the best player. She has been locked in. Everyone else has been there, but not as, let's just say, not as noticeable with the plays. And Constable will get it on the backhand and pass center and chip it down. Katie Russell will play it to her teammate behind her net. Fought for. Nicole Constable will try to pick that up, but she can't get it. They'll kind of slow down play. It'll get past center. Cami Lawson to Kirsten Sharoon to Nicole Constable to Morgan Sinclair. Sinclair pass across. Great block by Avery Ludon there. Gloves it down and tries to clear it out. First attempt fanned on, but she gets a second whack at it. Now Sharon and Ludon battle. Sharoon gets that. Here's Sinclair. Sinclair loses the ball though, but as they try to clear it up the wall, it's kept in. Fought for by Lawson. Lawson tries to feed up to 5 in the middle, but it's given away. Backhand pass behind the play. They'll get it though. Chipped down. Here's Sharoon, the captain. Sharoon to Lawson. Lawson controls. Great pass up the middle to Constable. Constable takes a look. Passes it down low past center, but kind of just chips it in rather. They have a full change now as a Coastal Rex player. All of them had a long shift there. all the way down off a stick, so icing's waved off. Herb will play it. And kicked that by 27, trying to get the rebound off her foot. It went in, it would have been a no goal for kicking motion anyways, but good hustle up the left side here, right in front of us. And see, you never quit. You keep pushing, even if you're down 5-0. If you're down 30-0, you keep playing the game. And number 27 of the Fire Angels shows that she is a good team player, and she'll go to the buzzer. Ludon tries a shot, but it's in her feet, rolls off her stick. Another chance. And Ludon, here's Demay. Demay makes a pass up, it's blocked. Fisher shot off a stick of the defender, just wide on the far side. Here's Lanthier. Lanthier watched by Avery Ludon. Ludon gets a whack at the stick there. Here's Lanthier, tries to pass it to number 2, McGregor. McGregor tries to get it, hooks the player enough just to get it, give her teammate Lanthier some time to pick off that play. Here's Lanthier. Lanthier pass, number 17. 17 controls. Pass to the middle, or rather kind of a shot there. Teed will pick that up. Here's Teed to Ludon. Ludon controls. Ludon off the high glass, number 99. 99 finds Fisher. Here's Fisher. Fisher gets the zone. Fisher takes a look just wide on a fake a pass to a shot. Ran out of real estate a little bit, but just before she fully runs out of it, she gets a shot just wide of the far post. Now here's Ludon. Ludon was calling for earlier. Now it rolls off her stick. And here's Larson. Larson uses her body to block Ludon's chance and then knocks her stick out of the way too with one hand on it. Now Ludon gets it back, kind of pokes the ball, but Larson still gets it through. St. Martial will play it behind the net to Ludon. Ludon play it up all the way down, and that'll be icing against the Fire Angels. Face-off will go deep in their zone. And with just over 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game, runtime has been going on, rather. I forgot to say that after a 5-goal lead, runtime will commence, and runtime's been on for about 2 minutes now after they scored their 5th goal, about give or take 2 minutes ago from now. So clock is running even on whistles. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left in this game off the draw. McCulloch gets the ball, tries to clear it down. It's kept in by number 17 of the Coastal Rex. Now picking that up is a Fire Angels player. Here's Larson. Up in the air, hits the netting. Out of play. Face-off will pop just outside the Coastal Rex zone in neutral territory. Rather, sorry, it'll be just outside the Fire Angels zone. It's off a stick of 33 of the Angels. Out of play. Minute 50 and clock rolling. This game looks as good as done, folks. We'll see if the Fire Angels can get a late one or if the Coastal Rex can get another one on the board later in this game. Minute 39 left. Coastal Rex control. Constable spins it around just inside the blue line to Larson. Wiley Larson. A weird bounce. It's in the air. Almost got a freebie there as Russell didn't expect that. Understandably so. Now 17 gets it to middle and chips it down. Russell will play it. Minute and 15 seconds left. Time winding down. Battle for it. Minute and 10. Here's Lawson. It's a shot. Goes through everybody. Tipped on net. Rebound. And they score. Constable with the goal. McCulloch there. Try to get a block and a great chance to use her body as a shield there. Just past her though. And this is the final minute of play in this game. With the clock rolling. And it's now 6-0 for the Coastal Rex, courtesy of Nicole Constable with that latest goal. 40 seconds left. Off the draw. The Rex win it. Lawson looking for Larson. Can't get it to her though. Lawson to Larson is a funny thing to say. It sounds very similar. Hard to decipher a bit. There's a chance late in the game. Try to preserve Jess Herb's shutout here. We'll see if the Coastal Rex can do that. 23, spin off the check. Now here's the other 23, Constable to Larson. Larson controls. 10 seconds remaining. Shot at. 6 seconds, 5 seconds left. Chipping it down. And that'll do it, folks. Herb goes to the bench. Earlier than this game is done. The Coastal Rex absolutely annihilate the Fire Angels with a score of 6-0. Not for the lack of effort on the Fire Angels' part, especially Katie Russell, who was absolutely unreal between the pipes. But yeah, that'll do it, folks. I am done commentating. I believe there's 1 or 2 more games after this. I believe Mike will be the commentator for that, but I'm not 100% sure. We will see. Might be Tyler too, I'm not sure. We'll be back at you with the VI Rock versus the Wasanic Whalers in the men's Div 3-4 here shortly. Thank you for tuning in. And